Hello, Teaquilters. Today is Saturday, April 27th, 2024. It is 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, and I'm here for live 2-hour sew-in chat. But I'm also going to do my Paducah haul beforehand. So let me pull you guys up so I can read the comments. Let's see. So we're just going to give notifications a chance to go through to people before we get started. And okay. Give people a chance to get into the room. So I hope you all are having a great Saturday, everyone. Got Melody Kiefer here first, Teresa, Maddie, June. Teresa says she's still recovering, so good. I'm hoping everything's going well. Kevin the Quilter. I can't wait to see how this turns out tonight. He's so funny. I didn't buy a thing. Francis Jackson is here. Harriet Susan Franklin from Ringgold, Georgia. Dee Branson. T. Roberts. Betsy, I saw today at Scrap Quilting Club. C. Joy Creations. Bonita Nance. She said it was awesome to see so many people come to see you at Paducah. And, you know, that's a good thing, but I do get to talk with people. There's a two side to it. I get to talk to people one-on-one, which I do like. And a couple of them were like so excited to see me that it was like, I was in awe of them more than they were of me. I'm like, really? So I'll talk a little bit about that. And then also, it means that when I do the meetups, a lot of people don't show up because they've already seen and talked with me. So I don't know if I need to schedule actual meetups because I already see people, especially if I'm working a show. Like, I wasn't initially planning to work the Paducah show. Lady asked me like 2 weeks before and to do 2 days for her, so I decided to do that. And then Friday I also walked around, saw a few more people as I was walking around. So with me being stationary in a booth and people knowing where I'm at, I see more people that way than I see people at the meet and greets. So it's always like that. It's not the first time. Valda Wilson is here. Hello, welcome to the live chat. I don't remember seeing your name before. Minnie Dula. Kevin's mom and dad. Hey. Jason Lewis I saw today at Scrap Club as well. And let's see, any new ones? Teresa says she didn't see me at all on Friday. I was in the food court at 1:30 when I was supposed to meet people. I saw 3 people, so I ended up sitting down with them and had lunch with them. And some people I had met right before that inside the quilt show, they came and sat at the next table over. So it's kind of hard to, find people. You don't know where you're going to be in the food court because of trying to find a place to sit and all of that. But I did the best that I could. So I'm sure I missed somebody. She said Valda says no, it's not her first time. Okay, I just didn't remember the name, so thank you. Kevin talking about they bowing to the queen of scraps. Laughing out loud. Lana Dean is here. Hope you're feeling better as well. Damali J. She says she's been gardening, planting Italian herbs for a first time from seeds. Wish me luck. And her rent's paid. So that means she's hit that thumbs up button. If you haven't already, please go and hit the thumbs up button for me. It just helps my channel stay in the rotation of suggested videos. I would really, really appreciate it. Also, if you're interested, join me over on Teaquilts LLC on Facebook. If you're interested, we have 4 questions you need to answer so that you can gain admission. Michelle the Quilter is here. Says it was great to see my pictures. If you're not in a Facebook group, that's where I put the pictures. I will eventually upload pictures that I took to YouTube. I took very few pictures of quilts. I didn't do any videotaping. I will just put all the pictures that I took, including the quilt pictures. So I didn't put any quilt pictures up in the Facebook group because I'm going to save them for the YouTube guys, since some of you all are not interested in being on Facebook. I fully understand that. And then I will also put the people that I met on in the video as well, so you won't miss it if you're not a Facebook person. I will just upload the pictures. I didn't do any videotaping because I was trying to go as light as I could, and I'm glad I did, because I ended up having to walk stairs with my luggage. So I'm glad I didn't take everything that I normally take to a quilt show. What else? Yeah, so just know that a picture video will come up just showing you all some of the quilts that I really like. Not all the quilts, and I didn't take pictures everywhere. I kind of just, since I was working, by the time I got off on Friday, I was kind of tired. My feet hurt from standing on concrete for 2 days straight, just standing in one spot. And so I decided I wasn't going to do a lot of videotaping and or picture taking. But I tried to get all the winners in the main convention area. I tried to get all of those winners at least. And then I just took what I liked, my favorites at the show. C Joy Creation says she's already did her thumbs up. So is Lana. So thank you, thank you. Hi, Darcy Savali. Give me a pinned message, ma'am, if you can. She was already typing it. Look at that. Thank you, Darcy. She says, remember to give T your thumbs up and subscribe. Hit the bell to get notifications. Also, check out T's Facebook page, Teaquilts LLC. Thank you, Darcy. She was typing it as I was asking. Lana says she's feeling better, so that's good. She just came off treatment Thursday, and thanks for your prayers. So, yes. Remo JS is here. Hey, Remo, welcome to the chat. Trying to figure out where people are. It's only 44 of you all in here. It's normally way higher than that. I'm going to have some people come in and say, what did I miss? You're going to have to go back and watch the beginning. All right. So, Sue GSD is here. I was just about to start. She says, hello to everyone. She says, 59 days until the Quilt Retreat 2024. So if some of you all don't know, last week of June, Tuesday through Sunday, we are having the Teaquilts annual retreat. It used to be biannual, now it's annual. And we have 32 people scheduled to attend. I might have one commuter space available. I can't remember the price, but it's less than $500. It also includes your space on the chartered bus trip. That's going to do a one-day chartered bus trip to various quilt shops in Missouri. And yeah, we're planning on having a lot of fun. So I'm just rounding up the last things that I've got to do for that. Patricia Priest came in. Vivian Calvey. Who else did I miss? Did I miss anyone else? Trying to make sure I get everybody. I think that's it. All right, so let's go ahead and get this haul out the way because I didn't buy a thing, okay? All right. This first one's going to surprise Kevin, and this is not in the order of how I bought them. It's just how they're coming out the bag, okay? But look what I found, Kevin. When Kevin and I were on the Missouri shop hop, we saw this quilt hanging in a quilt shop, and we both liked it. And we couldn't find the pattern. They didn't have the pattern because it was done in 2020. So not very old, but the shop didn't have them. And so I did kind of draft it out of electric quilt in whatever size I ended up with. But I decided to go ahead and purchase the pattern so that it could, do it right. But it's called Basket Full of Blessings by Wendy Shepherd. Really pretty. And just something that we saw hanging in the shop that was really pretty. This is done with solids in the background. But when I saw it, she had kind of like moda or pastel type prints. That it looked really pretty with that too, with the white. And she still kept the baskets white. And Kevin talking about, OMG, the basket quilt pattern. Yes. So I got that. And I'm going to put some stuff aside as it comes out because I probably bought more than one thing. For Quilt Retreat, I was working for the quilt show. I was working with Marion of Fabrique. She had a booth in Houston. It was not my booth. Some people kept thinking it was my booth. I'm like, no, it's her booth. She's from Massachusetts, and she sells Arfield thread, and she also sells sashiko kits, and so that's her specialty. But she also had like some African fabric yardage. She cuts just 1 yard cuts, Japanese fabrics, and Australian fabrics. And she had some I think she had some African fabrics. I can't remember if I said that one. But anyway, she had these thread catalogs, and a lot of people, I was surprised at how many people I helped that didn't understand thread thickness. So I ended up getting enough of these to give out at the Teaquilts 2024 retreat. So these will be in your little welcome bags and things like that. So I'm gonna be moving this once I empty a bag. And I gotta see what's in a bag. So I went ahead and broke down and bought Jason's favorite shirt. Right there. And I got the person who makes these wood presses were at the quilt show in a booth, and so whenever I see them, I always go over and get more kits from them. I got tequila, key lime. They had this new purple and gray color. I forgot what it's called. I'm gonna have to, I don't know, I'm just gonna make it up because I'm not gonna call them just to ask them that. But they don't have the neon anymore. I'm trying to see where I can, really can't see it. It's kind of dark, but it's gray instead of purple on purple. This was like a purple on with gray. So key lime, and then more of, I think this is called bluebell. I'm not sure. I have to see. So more of those. So I got sets of those. And then I got a few singles. So these are sets. And then I got a few singles to sell. Now the problem with purchasing from them at a quilt show is that I try not to take all of their stash. So I was trying not to over purchase from them. And because they're at a show, they need to make their money that they're going to get. So, but I did get those items. So I need to put those in the supply. I walked past Gamble booth and I said, hey, would you like to donate a few bags to my group? So if I have some gift bags that I'm giving away, some prizes, door prizes or anything like that, I can put them in the bag. You got free advertisement. So they gave me 1, 2, 3, and I got the stuff that I'm taking items out of. So they gave me 4 bags total. Well, I guess 3 because I'll keep one. They gave me 3. I'll talk about this later. This goes together. Got a little bag there. I'm trying to empty this one bag so I can put everything back in it. So give me a minute. Another one of those Orfield catalogs. And all right, so gonna just put stuff back in here. All right. This right here was also something that the Marion was giving away. She was giving away the needle guide, the size of needles you should be using. And basically, the requirements for using a particular size of needle is the same for the most part across needle companies. It'll be when you get into your specialty needle sometimes where that information might change. And then I've got a mini folding seam ripper, which she also gave to me. She just had one from having her storefront. And then she gave me this packet here for retreat prizes. I can either give it away solo or put it all together. She really didn't care. So let me show you what's in here. These are pin mores. For people that pin baste your quilts, you put these on the back side of your pin, the part that does not open, that does not move. And then it keeps your pins, when you store your pins, I use like an old pickle jar, big pickle jar, and you leave your pins open and it keeps them from getting tangled up. Also, it's a lot easier to close this than it is to close a pin by your hand. So it prevents your hand from hurting. I never had to use the little tool when I have these on my pin. So she put a pack of those in there. She has some templates for different sashiko designs here. You can see some of them here. So you can mark your own. It's showing you in a grid how to mark your own if you want to mark your own. A purse pattern called Amy Lou's Purse. And who is this by? By Sandy. And it's Totes by Sandy is the company. And then this colorful boutique panel quilts. Just showing you what to do with, you can either use like pre-printed panels or whatever, or you can use your own quilt blocks, but showing you what to do with those. So this is what she donated, and I will be putting this back together here so we can keep it together. And it's probably going to come back apart. You know how stuff do you. But right now it's together. Put this up so we don't get threads all over it. All right. Next thing I went to was Havel Sews. And every year they have some kind of a special that they're doing. And this year they had bins that had like $2 to $6 bins. They had like, you know, each dollar had a bin, and then they had various different things in it. And I don't know where my receipt is right now. They probably emailed it to me because I'm probably in the system, so I'm not going to be able to tell you total cost. But I paid no more than $2 or $3. These are the Ultimate Embroidery Scissors, and they're for left-handed, okay? But these are the scissors that you use when you want to trim. You can see how they're kind of shaped, and if I had it level, you can see how they would dip down into the frame, your hoop, so that you can trim your threads without pressing into your stabilizer. So that's what these scissors are for. So I got one of those. And I talked with Shelly, who was their sales manager. She was really interesting to talk to. I talked to her about, you know, retreats and my retreats that I have every year, asking her if they would be willing to donate something to the Teaquilts retreat. So I'll be contacting her. But her and I forget the, I want to say Jason, but I'm not sure. She was with another guy, but they were really nice in their booth. But I saw these also in the $2 bin, and these are tweezers that are red tipped. It doesn't matter if they're red tipped or not, but these are the kind that you squeeze and they open, so when you let them go, you don't have to hold on to what you're using. So I ended up getting these out of the $2 bin for retreat as well. So, and then the last thing I got from Havel, so this was their show special. Well, the last things I got is this was their show special. And they had these mats that are, let me see, I'm on the wrong side, 22 by 16, right here. 22 by 16, which is the good size. You can put it in your big luggage, you know, if you are traveling. And I thought this was pretty cool. So $15, I ended up getting one of these. I thought maybe I would give it away at retreat, but we'll see. It's kind of difficult for this retreat because people travel and I'm not sure what they're coming with. So how they're going to get it back home. And then they also had this same mat in a size 22 by 34. And it was $25. It's back here, but I'm not going to pull it out. You all get the gist. It's a bigger mat. So it was only $25. And that's the kind of stuff that you spend a lot of money for. But I thought the bigger mat I could definitely use at retreat to give people, like, you have your own little small cutting areas. But then if you need to do like borders or trim something up, I try to put I have at least one long ruler that I bring to retreat. So maybe I'll bring that one as well. But we'll see. And try to give people space to, you know, additional space for cutting at retreat, especially if you didn't bring any mat at all. So let me go through some of these comments real quick, because I can't talk and see the comments at the same time. So it's saying very cool. I don't know what that was for. Thanks, T. And Lana says that those scissors are really good for embroidery. Somebody says they love those pins. Darcy says she loves the pins. Janet and Sean at Go Savvy Designs is here. Remorse reminding people to hit that thumbs up button. And if you're watching and not in the chat, please go and subscribe so that you can chat with us as well. Tom Ecker is here. Hey, Tom, where you been? Dolores Phelps is here. She says she's not lurking today. That's too funny. So yeah, so let's keep going. Still, oh, I got this bag here. Little cute bag. I sometimes just love people packaging, so it's really cute when you get stuff like this. I'm gonna open this over here so that I can get out the card, and I also can get out one thing in particular because that's what she do. Okay, so something is off here, or I've dropped something or lost something. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is what I think happened. I think we got stuff mixed up at her booth, and I don't know where my receipt is. Let me see if I can find it on my phone, because I want to make sure I do this right. And I looked in the bottom of this bag before I put stuff in it, and it was nothing else in it. So let me check and see, because Let me search for her name. Receipt from Jennifer Patterson. That's what I'm looking for. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So I wanted to order this because I bought this charm. I bought this charm from her, and I wanted matching earrings. However, I didn't get 2 pair of these. She ended up giving me this pair for a retreat donation. So this one will go as a retreat donation. This particular pair is $22. She doesn't have the name of her designs on here, but these are little miniature spools of thread. They're made out of polymer clay, all of her jewelry. She gave me this as a donation because it's not on my thing. I only paid for 5 items, so I will have to go back to her and order my own earrings. That's why I was looking. So I was talking with her. I always tell her how wonderful her earrings are. If you all know, you've been seeing my quilt show hauls. I try to support small businesses, so it's her and I think her husband that mans their booth, and I always go buy earrings from her. So I went in, or jewelry, because she has pendants as well. That's what this is. So I need to go buy the matching earrings for this pendant. And then this pendant, you all can see the price up there, is $29 for the pendant. So I need to go back and order my earrings. But that was really nice of her to give me a donation for my retreat. So I'm going to put this one to the side. I had her write donation 2024 on the back so that I knew that it was a donation. And then Jennifer Patterson Designs is her website. It is Jenny PATdesigns.com. That's her website. So I just wanted to share that. And this information, this will be given out, and then I'll give the information in here. I'm going to show you what I bought. Got the log cabin. So I bought 5 things from her. And I was trying to get different colors so that I can wear them with different color outfits. And then it's like I wear them, and then I'd be so scared I'm going to lose them. I don't want to wear them. Isn't that crazy? Look at the stars in here. Very pretty. So I wanted some red because that's one of my favorite colors. That is my favorite color of all time. Red. And then I got this one for 4 items that I purchased. I love these because when I have my hair down, you can still see some of the earring peeking out. So I tend to buy this particular style. And then I like the, whoops, it came down on its own. And then I got purple, just because they were pretty. And then I was emailing her because I wanted to purchase some earrings because I had lost one of my black ones. This is my favorite earring that she makes. All those rainbow colors off of black. And so I had lost one earring, and she was saying that she would send it to me, but you all knew I've been having issues with my email, and some of them weren't going out. Of course, she didn't remember any of that conversation with me. But she ended up taking one of her earrings off the shelf, took the other earring out, and gave me this earring for free. And this earring set cost $32. So can you imagine? Just really, you run into really nice people. I always say, even if you don't buy stuff at a particular booth, when it's a small company, and especially booths where there's not a lot of people in them, she gets good traffic because she wouldn't keep doing it. But it's not like she's the fabric place or sewing machine place where people are always in there continuously. Always stop and just be kind and gentle with the people in the mom and pop stores as well. And like I said, she didn't have to give me something for a door prize. She didn't have to give me a whole earring for free. But she did, and so I really appreciate her doing that. So I'll be emailing her because they don't ever have their website, because it's just those two. They don't have time to get their website up to date. So all of these designs are not necessarily online. But since I know what I want and need, or if I tell her to send me a picture of some reds, they will do that. So if you're interested in purchasing and don't see anything on her website, because her website looks like everything is out of stock. It's not true. That woman filled a double booth with stuff everywhere. All kinds of stands, all different types of stands. She's got plenty of product. So I will be contacting her, because this stuff may not be on the website. So I'm going to get my earrings and keep the ones for the donation right there. Okay, so I just wanted you all to know. And I just love her product. She says how easy it is. It is not. She shows you her clay blocks on how she starts making these particular things before she goes to shaping. And there is no way in the world that I would be taking the time to do what she does. She really enjoys it, and she's an artist in clay, because her stuff is just beautiful. And this is just some of what she had. I was trying to get different patterns, different colors as well. So, yeah. I think for my 5 items, not I think, actual fact, I spent $155.82 with her for these 5 items, and then she gave me a donation and gave me half of a set of earrings. Just from talking with her, being kind, okay? So, yeah. Now I gotta figure out, I want to keep those in the bag. I guess I can put this in my bag down here till I empty it out. All right. I didn't go to many places. Got a receipt here. This must be AQS receipt. So I went to the AQS store where you can buy old years or previous quilt show shirts. And I went to the Branson Quilt Show in 2022. And so this is their 2023 shirt. So I just bought this shirt because eventually I'm going to be doing, and it was only $5 over what they normally cost. Regular price is about 20 something dollars. I think, let me see. I don't know. I thought I bought one. I guess I didn't. Okay, then I must be missing a bag. How are you missing a bag? Do I have a bag still in my car? From AQS, I bought a calendar. Here it is. It's in a different bag. Is this it? Nope. This is not it. From AQS, I purchased a calendar and then this year's AQS shirt. It said like something about create in it. Live, create, quilt or something. I can't remember. So I don't have that in here. I don't see it. I knew I was going to miss something. It might be still out in the car, you know, hiding in a crevice somewhere. I saw the Rickham embroidery machine. Let me see if they got a picture of this machine with this large hoop. I am not interested in buying a commercial sewing machine, embroidery machine. But this thing had a hoop that had to be 4 feet by 12 feet. Here the hoop is. I just wanted y'all to see that. And it ran so quiet. I couldn't believe how quiet this machine was. And I think he said it was $15,000, but it includes the software, not only the software to run the machine, but also the software that you can digitize anything. So you no longer have to have digitizing software on your computer in order to run a digitized design. So for somebody that's doing commercial embroidery, especially of companies' logos that want embroidered things on their items, this is a really good deal because you can spend about $2,000 to $3,000 on embroidery software that does digitizing. That, you know, you got to go through a whole lot of steps, and this is already built in. So I just was standing there watching him, and he knew that I wasn't going to purchase, and he was still very pleasant. So I just wanted to give their company a shout out. So that's why I have their stuff. didn't want to forget. He also gave me information in their bag, even though he knew I wasn't even going to buy anything. But I feel like they are the future in commercial embroidery, for those that embroider, especially for businesses where you've got high number count for stitch outs. Yeah, this was awesome because in that frame you can put so many items. You can put so many in at a time and do so many at a time in that big field. But it also took the some small frames as well. But $15,000, this one included everything, all the frames, the digitizing software as well. So I thought that was pretty cool for somebody. I'm just letting people know that are interested in that, because it's not my line, not my area. Also, I didn't need to buy this, but I did just to again support another small business. They had people in their booth. I don't know what their sales were. I didn't see a whole lot of people purchasing when I was in there, but I wasn't there the whole time. I'm only there for like 10-15 minutes. But what attracted me to this particular booth, and it's called By Hands, so BYHANDS, and their website is byhandsusa.com. And when I talked to them, I thought maybe they were from another country, because there are a lot of vendors there from Australia, Canada. So I thought they were from another country. But they're out of California. But what made me stop at their booth, because basically when it came to quilt booths, I was basically just walking up and down unless it was a booth that I wanted to go into, because I'm a customer of theirs. So I'm just basically laxy-daisy walking, and this booth drew me in. And what drew me in was the stuff that they had up at the front part where I was walking, showing the displays of just some of her handbags that she makes. Her work is very meticulous. It was perfection. She does a very good job. Now, I don't know how her patterns are written, but I walked inside because of what I saw on the outside. They had maybe about 12 items that you could see on the outside. And then I went inside to see some of the things that she was doing. And everything that I saw that was up there on that display, it was just perfectly made. I had never seen bags. And I said, well, who make your samples? Thinking that she had people making them. She made every last one of them. And the booth was filled with patterns, kits, and the actual item that she was selling. She had every item on display for the pattern. So I just wanted to support her company. I ended up buying this kit, with tax was $53. Again, the company is byhandsusa.com. And I bought this particular bag. The kit here, the handle is leather in the kit, and then she gives you the fabric for a lining. Outside, the handle, the hardware. So the handle, because it's leather, is already curved for you, ready to go onto the bag. All you got to do is hand sew through the holes. And I think you're going to be using a back stitch, because I'm glad now that I did that little duck wallet that we did from Missouri Star. So it gave me some experience with hand sewing on leather handles. And I like that the holes are already pre-punched for you. And expensive kit, but when you've got leather handles, they're already ready to go onto the bag for you. I felt like that was still reasonably priced with all of the hardware. The only thing you've got to add to this is some fusible fleece for your lining. So that was a new company that I had not seen before. AQS, did I say I got a calendar? I got a 2025 wall calendar from AQS. So, and an AQS pen for 2025. This was AQS's 40th year of doing quilt retreats. So I put this bag in here so that I didn't forget to tell you all. The thumbnail that I used today are the two guys, are Bill and Jeff from Inova long arm, and they sell Inova long arms, but they're with Accomplished Quilting. And you talk about somebody that had me like, I can't believe that somebody know about me. So let me tell you how I tend to approach long arms at quilt shows now. I don't. I don't approach them because most of them already know that I have a gamble. Most of them know that I have a Butler software on my system. Okay. So I tend not to approach long arm companies because I don't want to go in there and I don't want them to think that I'm trying to be deceitful by coming in and talking to them. But I decided, I was walking, I had come from the restroom, and one of the guys at Accomplished Quilting was also coming back from outside. So we were both walking together, and I was going back to Havel Sew because I had them hold my mats until it was time for me to go. And so we were just chatting as we were walking down. And he didn't know at the time who I was. We were just walking. And I had on a shirt that said Teaquilts. But, you know, men are not supposed to look there, right? Because it's right across the chest here. So, and when I went and stopped at the machines because his booth was right before Havel Sew, which was diagonally across from him. So I stopped and I said, oh, your machines are really pretty. The Anova machines, they got some beautiful coloring on them, and I love color. So the one I happened to stop at was the purple one. I think they had a red one, and I can't remember what the other color was. But then of course I said, well, how do you start this since I'm up here admiring this pretty machine they got? And I said, oh, the green button, right? And I go, of course it's on the right hand, so I have to do the right hand to move it. So I was just doing a little sewing just to see how it sewed because it was so pretty. And so while we were standing there talking, and I have to give them props. The machines have, from what I had when I was doing my review of things to consider when purchasing a long arm, when I went out and tested every long arm at the time, I was really impressed with the Inova stitch out on that machine. So the stitching on the machines are really beautiful. The machine handles very well. The frame they had it on handled very well. I remember years ago, not necessarily Inova's machines, but it was quite a few brands out at the time where when you test drove them at the quilt shows, all you got was just jumpy vibration. And I don't like that because I don't want to live with jumpy vibration the whole time I'm machine quilting. So I was talking to him about that. Gabe told him that, the machine is really awesome and all of that. And I said, but I'm not in the market right now to purchase one. I have my own. Blah blah blah. And then he happened to look at my name badge because we had never really introduced ourselves. We were just talking the whole way going through, not knowing that we were going about to the same area. And then he looked down, he saw T, and then he looked back up at my face because all I had on my name badge was just TEA. But of course my name badge has my friend's booth name on it, which is Fabritique, because I'm working in her booth. I don't have a booth. And he says, are you by any chance T of Teaquilts? You talk about my mouth about ready to drop open. So I still don't know exactly where this is going because I'm up here test driving their machine. And now he knows that I'm T of Teaquilts. And I'm trying to figure out, how does he know I'm T of Teaquilts? Okay. But I do have just Teaquilts on my chest. So now he's looked down and realized that that is me. So I'm like, yes. And he says, he has his friend, the guy that he was working with, one of them was across in another booth that also did some dealings with them. They were all kind of all together doing different things. And he told him, he said, hey, Jeff, do you realize who this is? Come over here. Let me see if you know who this is. And he goes, he looks at me. He goes, no, I don't know who she is. He said, this is T of Teaquilts. When he said that, it was like both of them were like grinning and smiling from ear to ear. And it was like, I can't believe another company this large knows who I am. But Accomplished Quilting, I just wanted to give them a shout out. They are out of Michigan, but they do service the USA. So if you're looking for long arm quilting machines, it's just something for you to check out. You all know from my video, I still recommend you check out all the videos, check out all the pricing. But the reason why they knew who I was because when they sell some of their machines, they get Butler software on them. And so they told their customers to watch my videos. So I was really honored with that and totally surprised. So I guess I should stop avoiding the the long arm quilting companies because I don't want to go in thinking that I'm trying to come in and see what you guys are up to, because I'm not selling long arm quilting machines. But you know, I tend to avoid stopping at them because I know I already have one. And number two, I have a Gammo. Number three, I have Quilt Easy software. So I tend to try to avoid those. But that was such an honor that people knew who I was just because of my work on YouTube and helping their customers and getting their customers to buy machines with Quilt Easy software on it. So it was pretty amazing. He's talking about, wait a minute. Well, you're not supposed to look at their chest areas when you're talking to them, Kevin. He is so funny. Not when you're having a face-to-face conversation, you know. Lana talking about, Kevin, you are so funny. Vivian's laughing. Hey Sharon Lewis, welcome to the chat, and anybody else. But yeah, so that's why I used their picture as my thumbnail. I didn't even get a chance to put Teaquilts live on it because I just wanted to give those guys a shout out. They were, from a business perspective, they were my most enthusiastic people to see me. And also, guess who Nancy? I did get to meet her. We were talking, she was talking about in our last live that she was going to be in Houston, and I did get to meet her, and Nancy is such a bubble of joy, and she was really, really fun to meet. She was really amazed at meeting me, and I'm amazed at how excited she is to meet me. So she was my most excited Teaquilter that I met during this past week. So it's been just a joy. I enjoy talking. I had some people that come up to me, as long as I'm not like super busy in the shop. If you know, if it's not super busy, I don't mind stopping to talk with you guys. That's why I'm there at the quilt shows. I help people out in their booths. I don't get paid a regular salary. If I want something, they'll give it to me. If I don't, I just work for them because I work for them. So it's not like I'm getting paid an hourly salary. I do it because I like meeting you guys. I like making sure that anything that you buy that's in a particular booth that I'm in, that you know all the things that you need to know before you walk away from that booth. So I give my loyalty to that booth that I'm in, because otherwise I wouldn't be in that booth if I didn't believe in that company. So I wanted to make sure that people got what they wanted. Some of the people that just stopped to see me because they knew I was in the booth, they still may have shopped around and bought an item or two, so that still helped her booth make some money. But people were self-conscious about talking to me in her booth. I'm like, you can talk to me, it's okay, long as it's not like super busy in here, you can talk. And even if it's super busy, I'm still gonna stop and take a photo with you, because that's what I'm here for. I'm here for you guys. That's why I'm at the show. I might be helping my friends out, but I'm also there for Teaquilters. So if you ever see me at a quilt show, don't hesitate to stop and say hi to me, no matter what's going on. And then the last thing that I bought at the show, oh, Gammo gave me a pen too, didn't he? Yeah, so that's what this is. Gammo gave me a pen. I talked with Andrew, and it was pleasant talk with him as well in the Gammo booth. Yeah, I actually mentioned, I was asking him about, like, they've changed the framing system again, because I had one of the updated frames, and he was telling me that they changed the framing system again. So I need to go look and see which frame do I have, to see if I've got the other system, or did I get the brand new system when I got mine, because I'm right on that change when the company changed names, so I'm not sure when that happened. The last company, I think at the show, I think this is it, is a Basket Mary. I went to her booth. That's Basket Mary's card. And her, let me see if she's got a website, or if she's got, yeah, it's called just basketmary.com. That's her website. And she does have a lot of baskets, but she has a gazillion of African prints. And then she has the panels that I've shown you all before. So she had, and the panels were like small, medium, and large. And I say these are ginormous. So I went into her booth, and she had these very large panels. I'm only, well, they all different, but I'm only going to open up this one, and you ain't going to be able to see it all. But I like this color, is why I wanted this one. And this is just half the panel. It's folded in half. And this is just women doing everyday housework. Cooking, cleaning, they're around their house. And then I have one, this panel, I don't know what size it is, but it's huge. Let's see if I can do this. This is a yard. So this is about, it's over 2 yards that way. This is a yard. So I'll say maybe 45 inches. It could be wider. But I thought these panels, so like 45 by 2 yards, so by 72, that neighborhood. I thought these would make really good starters for bed quilts. And sometimes, you know, since these are batik, a lot of people just use stuff for tapestry where they just hang it on the wall and don't do anything with it. But I will be making these into quilts. I actually bought 4 of these. Now, these are huge. It takes them days to make this because they're actually doing each of these individually with waxing. So these were $100 or $125 a piece. Now, because I know Mary, and I shop from her all the time, and I spend quite a bit of money with her, we did come to a mutual agreement, okay? So, because I bought 4 of them. This is this the same one? No, this is the animal ones, because I wanted elephants for my mom, so you can see the elephant there. And, no, that's not an elephant, that's a lion. Over here is an elephant, and it also has zebras. So that's an elephant. And I think this one might be mine with the lions. Let me see. I have to see what I got. This one is the elephant from my mom, I think. Yeah, this is my mom's, the elephant. So it's just mostly elephants, or all elephants. Hopefully you can see some elephants, and hopefully they're the right side up. So that's elephants, and it's really, really pretty. I love this color. So this is my mom. My mom, she thinks her lucky charm is elephants. She go to bingo, they take elephants and all that kind of stuff, you know. Elephants. And then this one, again, has lions on it, so maybe this one is mine. I can't remember which one is mine, but I'll figure it out. This is elephant and the lion, so I might keep this one because it has both. And a zebra. And then at the top, it's kind of like your mountain tops. I'll show you this one side. So it's like a whole little scene that they've made into these panels. So, yeah. Looking forward to that. So I guess I'll make my mom's first. And then I'll keep this one for myself since it's got both animals. Well, all 3 animals, because it's got the zebra in here too, I think. And I showed you 4, right? Yep, so that's it. So that was what I bought from the quilt show. I lost my... Uh-oh. I got to get the right finger on here. I lost my... Oh, it disappeared completely. And Sean says, "Oh, see, you never know. They may one day sponsor your retreat with machines." If it's long arm quilting, I guess. And I did talk with... Oh, my God. I left his card. It's in my wallet. Quilt Easy has worked with Juki brands, and so Machines Plus, he gonna kill me. Mike's gonna kill me. I don't know the name of his company. But I do what we're gonna do. He's affiliated, like, I mean, they're like this with Quilt Easy, okay? Him and John, Mike, or they're hand in hand with each other. So they always are supporting each other because they're selling sewing machines with the Quilt Easy software on it. And I'm going to be uploading a video for you guys as well, showing you what's new that you can use this with your home sewing machines that is not even a long arm, okay? I was like shocked, and that was in Mike's booth. So I'll upload that short video. It's a couple of minutes. But we're talking about doing a Butler software class in person, and it's going to be in Ohio. That's where Mike is out of. So I'll be going to Ohio. I'm going to be one of the teachers. So I will be giving you all more information about that. So I've also done some more networking, thinking about Sean saying with the sewing machines. But I tend to network all the time with Quilt Easy. And so with him introducing me to Mike a few quilt shows ago, maybe 3 quilt shows ago, and Mike has always been wanting to do some training with the Quilt Easy software for people that have purchased it. You must already have purchased your software in order to go to these classes. So we're talking about doing some training, in-person training. So it's going to be really, really fun. And I just love teaching no matter what the topic is. It can be how to make the quilt, what not to do to the quilt, and of course the quilting using Quilt Easy. So I don't mind it. So it's going to be really, really fun. So if you got Quilt Easy software, I'll be making announcements also in, when it comes up, when we get it scheduled. He's looking at dates now, and then I'm just going to try to adjust my schedule to fit. He's close to Cleveland, Remo, Cleveland. I like the panels. Thank you, Zandra. That's beautiful. People loving the second one. That's pretty. Loving the panel colors. So thank you guys. Darcy says she saw the photo of Nancy and I. Yep. There are babies too. Yeah, she said there are babies too in the panels. Yeah, so I haven't even looked at all of them in depth yet. So I love elephants. I'm a collector. I have them in my clothing. I have them in clothing, shoes, elephants, all kinds of styles, leather, bronze, gold, ivory, you name it, I got it. I've been collecting them for years. I would say over 50 years. Wow. So yeah. Girl was she said, okay, 2.5 hours away. Girl, 2.5 hours ain't nothing for something you want. I gotta go first. I gotta drive 8 to 9 hours to get to Cleveland. So, but yeah, so that was that's not the last thing I got at the show. I forgot about this before we go. This was, I bought something else in a pink bag too. What did I do with that? Because it was non-quilting. I got it. Hold on. Non-quilting. So, again, feeling sorry for a booth. So I go over to see what they're selling. This is very, very light in the box. But it is the Power Steam Pro. And it's a garment steamer that they also can use to press open seams, and it helps with hard wrinkles like the fold in your fabric. It helps to get that type of stuff out. So I will be doing like a review testing on this iron. I'm not going to take it out too much because I want to do an opening on the review video that I'm going to do. But this iron retails for about $100. They had it 50% off. So they were selling them for $50. They come with the bag. It comes with the funnel that you can also use to put in the vapor hole where the water goes in. You can do a face steam with that. They have it where you can put, if you want to use it as a room diffuser, you can use it for that. You can use essential oils that you can put on to some cotton balls and put down and just sit it into the cap opening. And then you can get a scent into a room. It came with a water bottle, and then it came with this over-the-door rack holder, so you can put, if you were in a hotel somewhere, you could put this over the door to steam your garment. And also, it had a little brush for your velvets and corduroys that you can attach to the steamer. And then this is the water cup. So there's 5 things that came with this steamer, including the bag. So I'm not going to take it all out. What the advertisement was for this was the reason that I bought it, because I can also listen to somebody and then I go, I'm not going to do it. was that he was telling me that, you know, like all the dry cleaning chemicals, because I have a few things since I've been on my cruise. I've been collecting, been to some formal parties, and so I've got quite a few dresses that need to be dry cleaned. There is no stains on them. And you know, when you put your stuff in dry cleaner, they're gonna put it through the chemicals, because it's not, they're not only cleaning your clothes, they're cleaning your clothes with somebody else. And what I didn't realize, that when you use steam on your clothes, that it is sanitizing, taking out the odors. And so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna see if it take out smoke odors, perfume odors. So that's what I'm gonna do. I bought this for the $50 because I was like, I'm gonna spend that in dry cleaning, and there are no stains on the clothes that I'm interested in dry cleaning. So I'm gonna try this and see if it works. So I'll be doing a review on this later. It's very light, and his selling point was that nothing on here is metal. So you could actually take this onto a plane. You don't have to check it in your luggage. And it's very, very light. And this box is light, but it's not as, when you put it into the bag and only put in what you need, then it's even lighter, but it's very light product. So I'll be looking into this. Kai Scissors I stopped and asked them all the time if they got any other left-handed scissors other than the batting scissors. They always say no, but I check every time. And then I told them that, you know, I have a pair of the batting scissors already, but I'm not sure if I still got the cap, because I don't know where that thing is. So he just gave me the cap, a pen from Butler, and some stickers from Butler. So let me show you what these stickers look like. And now I'll read it. It says, when life gives you scrap, make quilts. If you see a seam ripper in my hand, now is not a good time, okay? That's this one. This last one, sewing solves most of my problems. Quilting solves the rest. Cute. So they had those all at the Butler booth. I'm just going to put this in the bag and take it out of this bag. So, and then the last thing I got at the vending at the show, I just left the stuff that was non-quilt related at all to the end. But that iron, they were pressing seams open using that iron. I ended up buying jewelry cleaner. You know why? Because I keep forgetting to buy it anyway. But this is supposed to be organic jewelry cleaner without all the chemicals that are in your normal jewelry cleaner. So that's another reason I bought it. And also, I don't know if you all know, you can use jewelry cleaner on your eyeglasses. So they just had them in different sizes for being at home. They got a foaming cleaning solution. You can also use that on your glasses. They have it where it's in this little tube, so you can put this in your purse. And then this is what you sit your rings in if you want to clean them. You could do it every day if you want to sit your ring in here and clean. This is the refill for this once it gets dirty or the color change from usage. And I like normally when I buy something, they'll just give you this and then you put your ring in, and then when this discolors and is no longer useful, you don't have a refill to go back in here, because that's what I had from my last jewelry cleaner. So I like that I had that. They gave a toothbrush to clean with, and this is the cleaning paste. So this is, you don't use but once every 6 weeks on your, and it removes, just let you see what the paste is. And again, it's all natural product. I know she said there was a peppermint in here, but there was something else that she said, essential oil. I don't remember what it was now that I didn't use is also in here. But they got the instructions on the lid to how to clean it and all of that. So oh, I don't need to put this in there. I can just put this in here. And I've got, that's the whole kit. I think this was like $50, something like that, for all of it. But I'll put one of these in my car, probably the one that goes in the purse. I'll probably leave it in the car, so that I'll have that. available. I can clean my glasses at all times. So, and then I'll just put like a piece of an old t-shirt or something in there, because t-shirts are good texture for cleaning your glasses with. You don't want to use paper towels to clean your glasses. So that's it at the show. Then I went to a Murray, out of Murray, Kentucky. It's called, the fabric store is called Murray. I don't know what, if they say quilt shop or whatever after that, but there's their fabric store in Murray, Kentucky. They always have this building that they lease, and they have fabric in there, and all the fabric is was $8 a yard. For someone who didn't get anything, she sure did get something. Shut up, Kevin. Remo says, love your reviews with honest. She says, subscribe, you won't be disappointed. Thumbs up. Thank you, Remo. So then I went to that Murray's, and I just needed a few lights. And so I ended up buying, this is my favorite. It's like green fern leaves, but they're so dainty and tiny that you can still, you know, you can use them and it won't lose a whole lot when it's cut. Got some sewing stuff. This one is scissors, of course. And this one is also scissors, but it has pin cushions and stars and seam ripper and some grandmother's flower garden type things in here, but they're so dainty too. So I just got those. I thought those would be really good to work with my Dresden Village if I ever started, you know. And then they had these bundles. I only bought one just so I could show you all. They had these bundles of Kaif prints, 1 yard cuts, 5 of them, and they were 30 bucks for this. So $6 a yard for some Kaif fabric I thought was really cute. And they had the bundles where they were kind of matched up really good. So this was really cool. I just quilted a girl's quilt where we had somebody at our quilt guild teach like kind of like color wash with Kaif facet, like how to do a quilt. It's really simple, just squares on point. But I thought that I might want to do that, so I thought I could just start with these and then fill in with the other fabrics I'm going to use. So yeah, pretty, pretty. And then, because we were in Paducah, I passed up the quilt shop that's in Paducah, but I did not pass up Hancock's of Paducah. Y'all know I'm going in Hancock's, okay? Thank you, Sue. Says it's Mary Sewing Center. So I went in there with the intent of buying some backings because I do have a couple of customers, or when I'm making t-shirt quilts that I do need backing fabrics for. Last year when I went in, I think we were paying about $10 a yard for quilt backings, and I didn't find a whole lot to choose from. To me, they didn't have the type of sales they had last time when I was at Hancock's of Paducah. So I just didn't buy as much as I bought last year. I bought some things, but I basically was trying to stay on tap or stay on topic. My goal was to look for backings, and then my other goal was I wanted panels. So I bought these 2 backings. They're complimentary. They're by Blank. And these were $12 a yard, or $13. Let me see if it's a ticket in here. It's either 12 or 13. Make sure I tell you right. This is Hancock's. So they rung up at $10 a yard. Now on the stands, they had both of these. This fabric for, let me make sure where the other one is. One rung up at $7.99. See, if I had known that, I would have bought more fabric. One of these rung up at $7.99, and the other one rung up at $9.99. And this is the other one. I would have bought more fabric. But see, when stuff was ringing up, what was on the boat, and they didn't have any sign saying that this stuff was on sale. So that was cheaper than I thought. So for 3 yards at $9.99, it's $30, of course, and then $7.99 for 3 yards was, wait a minute, let me see. I gotta get to blank. I gotta find blank. Hold on. So oh no, let me back up. This black one was $12.99 a yard. So that's the one I paid $39 for. And then the other one was $9.99. So that one rung up cheaper. So they were originally on the boat saying that they were $13. So I wasn't going to buy a whole lot of fabric because $13 was the lowest price that they had on. They had some $10.99, but they were like hard, stiff, the stuff you get from Marshall Dry Goods. And so I wasn't interested in buying that. So I went ahead and went to blank because I said I at least need 2 of them for future quilts while I'm here. And so I got these. So $12.99 for the black one, $9.99. This one came down some. So I'm glad about that anyway. Let's talk about panels. I bought some. Okay, this one is more like an impressionist thing here. This panel is Timeless Treasures. And it just has a panel. It's a panel, and then it has a panel number, CD 2150. So it's more impressionist. So I just like trees. And so this one I thought was really pretty. I'm trying to see what you all see. I just love the way it looked like it's in the water, in the blue, and then like up in the sunset or something, or this on the top. But anyway, that's the tree. Next panel. Got 2 out by mistake. Again, this is Timeless Treasures. Panel number CD 1710. I had a pattern or like something free was in this, but then I could never find this panel. Or either I bought this panel and don't remember I have it, but I only got one. But isn't that pretty? Just a flower all by its lonesome. Just in the center. I just love the colors, and then using the black prints with color in the border prints would be really pretty with this. Another panel, probably Timeless Treasures. Let's see. Yes. Panel number 1834. And it's butterflies. I remember I was looking for this panel because I had bought a pattern that had this panel, but then I had to go buy another panel. So now I have the panel with the butterflies. Just beautiful blues. Show you this next panel. I think they wrapped it up in there. Okay, so they did wrap it in here. See if I can pull it out so I can show you this smaller piece. Okay, that's not working. There it goes. Okay, so I won't be showing you this because it's the same thing as this panel. And then I'll explain. So I bought this panel right here. So this is the top, and then I'll just go up so you can see all of it eventually. All right. So I had a lady at my quilt guild do a stack and whack with a Statue of Liberty Americana quilt panel, and I'm sure this is not the same panel she used, but I could not find that panel, so I ended up purchasing 7 of these panels because I want to do a stack and whack with this, and then have one that stays in the center so you can see what the original panel looks like, and then be building blocks on the outside of that. So that's, I bought 7 of these panels for that. And when they opened it up, they said, is it okay that one of these are already cut off? I'm like, yeah, I got to cut them all apart anyway, so it doesn't matter. But this is called Lady Liberty by Teajuana. That's my girl, Kevin. And this is panel number CD 2090. So this is the only one of the panels that I guess Teajuana demands a name on her stuff. You know, that's my girl, though. So I plan to eventually do a stack and whack with this. I think it'll be really pretty. And then to have the main panel back in the middle. So that's what that came from. I don't know why. Let me fold this again so it's not going to be a mess later on. Hold on. It's had a fold in it from somewhere. Get it a little bit better. And then put this in the middle. All right. So that's the panel. I can take these last ones out and put the rest of this back in the bag. I already broke the handle on this bag. Your backing fabric, when you're buying 3 yards of 108 and they put it in a bag, that handle ain't gonna even make it. My handle's broke on this Hancock's bag, and they have nice bags too, but I broke it. So that's it for the panels. I have a bookshelf quilt that I'm making, and so I thought this would be great on the back. So I bought 3.5 yards. It's like a wall hanging. And then I also have somebody that I know that like books, so if I have any left, I'm hoping that I can give them some of this as well. But this is book fabrics, Diary of a Fabricholic, Sew with the Flow, Don't Dream It, Sew It, Confessions of a Material Girl. So they got all kinds of sewing related things in here, but I thought this would be a good backing for that particular quilt, so that's why I got that. Let's see who made this one. Timeless Treasures. It's called Library. The number is CD 2597. And I bought this one for something that I'm going to make eventually for my brother. This will be his backing right here. It's a person on a bike. Look like he doing tricks on his bike. My brother don't do tricks on his bike anymore. He used to as a kid, but my brother still likes to ride his bike, and he's in his 60s, 60 or 61, I can't remember, but he likes to ride bikes. So this is a Timeless Treasures fabric as well. Pattern is called Fun, and the pattern number is CD 2143. So I thought this was a good neutral to put on what I'm making for him. It's only a yard. I'm making like a little wall hanging for him eventually. I've had it for a while, but whenever I get it made, I now have the backing fabric. Oh my goodness. We're not going to do any sewing. I'm almost finished. And then this is Just Because. This is my one thing that I bought in fabric that was a just because. This fabric was marked down too. That's why I bought it. It was $4.99, so $5 a yard. It was 3.5 yards left on here. And I've bought some of this fabric, I think, before. Timeless Treasures for Teajuana. It's called African Sunset. I love a good stripe fabric anyway, and when I can find it with the bright colors, my fabric line, I love Teajuana fabrics. I like her designs because she keeps them bright. And this is just called a stripe, and the number is CM this time, CM 2049. But I just bought whatever they had left because it was $5 a yard. Okay. I use this stuff for binding. Sometimes I'll use it in the quilt itself, but if I'm using it as binding, then I'll cut it on the diagonal so the colors go diagonally through the quilt. But there was no way I was gonna leave Teajuana fabric for $5 at Hancock's. And I already know I got some because Kevin bought me a yard of the main fabrics out of her line. And I know this was in there, but I went and got some more. I love her line. And so that's kind of it for fabric. At Hancock's, I felt like the prices, like last time we went, last year, we had a lot more of our favorite fabric lines, like Ruby Star. I went through the Ruby Star section. All of their fabrics were not marked down. Not a one was marked down. Their fabrics were all $11.49. It might be cheaper a little bit, a buck or so from your local quilt shops. But Hancock's did not have a lot of stuff marked down like they did before. When we went last time, we got lots of fabrics for $3.99, $4.99. And this time it just wasn't like that. So yeah, I wasn't interested, so I didn't buy like bags and bags like I did before. I bought exactly what I needed or what I was going to need for my business. And then I knew that I wanted panels, so I specifically went up and down the aisles just looking for panels. And they didn't have a whole lot of panels that I liked. So, yeah. So that's it for the haul. Let me see. Sharon says, neat idea for stack and whack. Thank you. Beautiful panels. Flower panels look like something you got in Iowa. Yeah, because I think I may have gotten them at Hancock's last year. That's why I only bought one. And if it's not that same flower, it's something similar. So that's why I only got one. Timeless Treasure has beautiful panels and their colors. That's from Remo. Hey, guess who, Nancy? Love the colors. Looks like the tree is on fire. Sharon says, I've been looking for bike fabric. My adult son loves bikes. So yeah, and I think I told you what that one was. It was by Timeless Treasures. Let me give you the number because I think it just says fun. And then it had dash, so you can look for it. CD 2143, Sharon. 2143 on this one. But I like this one because it didn't have color. Because the thing that I'm doing for my brother is an African print. And it's a colorful background like yellow, orange, and reds. And then it's got, I think, the biker in black or something like that. So this was like something that was toned down. That'll be great as a backing and for such a small thing. And then it'll still match up. I don't know how big I'm going to make it, but it's going to be definitely less than a yard. Because it's a panel that starts like this. No bigger than this. So, you're welcome, Sharon. Janet McCarroll's here. She said, dang, Mr. Hall. Hi, Leetta Bryant. Yeah, that's what Kevin was saying, that he got that fabric for my birthday last year. Because I said, I remember him it was like, I kept opening up things and it kept being another yard and another yard. I'm like, I can't, because he had sent me a link letting me know that it was on sale on Hancock. And I'm like, Teajuana, you need to leave that alone. Because I went over there and looked at it. And I'm like, you don't need to be spending no money on no fabric. And then what do? He asked me if I bought it. I go, no, I decided not to. I'm going to pass this time. But then he went and got it. So when I saw that stripe and knew that it was part of that line, I'm like, this stripe is coming home with me. It is coming home with me. Okay, so let's sew a few of these Wensleydale blocks because we haven't done any sewing today. I enjoyed the whole Paducah thing, But by the time after I stood in place on concrete for 2 hours, I said the next time I'm bending with her, I'm gonna have to bring me some mats for myself. If she don't bring mats, I'm gonna have to start bringing some mats because I can't be standing on that floor like that. I was in pain. I was too tired to really walk around on Friday from standing all day. I stood like from the time I got there at 8 o'clock until about 3 o'clock. I finally went and found me a chair. And then I put the chair on the end of the booth. But I'm like, give me a chair, girl. Oh, I got the stuff right by my presser. I got all the stuff I just showed you. I got to move it. All right, let me hold this down. Making sure I'm stitching at 2.0. But let's get a couple of these blocks done for Wensleydale before we get up out of here. It sounds like my thread just jammed. Got to cut the iron on. Oh, Nancy says she wished she could have gotten to meet Kevin also. Yeah. 65 yards for Miss T's 65th birthday, laughing out loud. I'm not getting close to 65 yet. Not close enough. Nancy says that floor was bad. Yes, it was. I was like, I don't know, boy. I'm gonna go to like Harbor Freight or something. I'm gonna go buy some of those things next time I'm vending in her booth because I can't do it. I cannot do it. I was just trying to see. Let me move this. Whoops. Temporarily. Did I drop my fabric? Oh, it's up here. I'm like, did I drop it? Ooh wee. And I'm really sleepy, guys, because I got up Wednesday at 4 o'clock a.m., going to bed at 12. And I drove 3.5 hours because we had construction that kind of slowed me down. It was over 3 hours it took me to get to Paducah because of the construction. And then trying to make sure this already been taken. And then trying to make sure I'm sewing the right thing, guys. I don't want to sew the wrong side. Yeah. Hopefully I won't have to take any of this out. I was with Jason today. He had to take one of his out because these are different angles. But I've had some long days standing for 2 hours. The show was from 9 a.m. to 6, and then by the time I had to go check in the hotel on the first day, and then the second day I went and got stuff to eat. The first day I didn't even worry about food. I was more tired than hungry. Okay, I guess I didn't sew that. So this piece right here fell off my board with the fan, I guess. Okay. Don't be disrespectful, okay? Do not be disrespectful. I hope I'm sewing this on here right. Fat ends to the outside. been trying to figure out, like, I saw a couple of people walking in those shoes, and I looked them up before I left, but I couldn't find anything that I liked. And so I need to investigate that, because Remo is saying that I need to look at the I don't know how you say, the Hoka shoes. We don't want to say the other word. I guess. So, yeah, I was looking at those, and I was looking at a couple of people that had them on their feet, and it looked like they were really thick, like foamish looking off the floor. They were really off the ground high. So I kind of like that. We got to get that. So I did look at some of that. Just trying to make sure I put these first ones on here right before I start adding more. Okay, so I do need these to come back. These pieces here. So, right here. But I do plan to figure out a shoe situation, because I can't do it. My naturalizers had always worked in the past, but they did, for some reason, I had bought a pair, but then I didn't take my newest pair. I took my older pair because they matched my clothes better. But maybe I need to buy a new pair of naturalizers. I'll try that as well for just regular everyday wear. But I need some shoes because I can't do it. Trying to kill me at that quilt show. When it was time for me to walk around, I didn't even want to go anywhere. I made myself do it though. And then, like I said, I was going into particular booths anyway, so I was spending more time at those booths anyway, so it really didn't matter as much. If you're cutting these pieces for Wensleydale, just remember that these pieces need to have cut two, and then cut two reverse. Because these are not the same angle when you need it on the other side. Otherwise, you're going to be using the wrong side of your fabric. So just keep that in mind. Some of my anchors, it didn't matter. Some of them it did, but I cut all of my fabric doubled. You know, like doubled up, folded, so that I would make sure I had the reverse. I didn't want any mishaps. And I did some cutting in the hotel on Wednesday night while I was live, so that's why I'm able to sew some of this. Because y'all know I don't normally have my stuff cut ready to go. But I'm slow, so I need to get a start on this stuff. So, and we definitely don't want to lose any more blocks. I was losing blocks left and right. And I'm sure they're going to appear when, you know, I get all of these blocks done. They'll appear. But yeah, let's just go ahead and sew at least 4 of these I pulled out. We should be able to do that before 10. Sue says, groomer out tomorrow. Guess who got asked to work? Good night, all. Be safe. Good night, Sue. I think Sue retiring this year, isn't she? So she gonna be done with that dog stuff. She says, I have Hokas and OC in nice colors, started walking again. Okay. I don't know what OC is. Yeah, now she gonna be ahead of me. Kevin, I'm always behind you. And believe you me, I bet you I won't sew anymore when I walk out this room. My daughter called me about 10 minutes before I'm about to go live. And I was sitting here because for once I was in the room ready to go. And so I texted her. I didn't call her back. I just texted her because the phone rang and then it hung up. And so I texted her, go, do you need anything? And she told me, no, that was Jersey trying to call. Jersey had my daughter phone on all kinds of stuff, okay? I went to lunch with Jason today. I called Steph. She brought up Jersey with her. So Jason got to see how big Jersey is now. And she can handle your phone. She all over the place in that phone, okay? Everywhere she not supposed to be. Yep, Jersey calling Gigi. Yeah, she was doing it a little bit today when she knows she finna get in trouble. Talk about Gigi. Like, no. Gigi nothing. Yep, she is, Jersey is tall. She's in like the 90-something percentile for height. She is just tall. And my daughter is short, but my daughter was tall as she was growing. She wore tall pants. And then she didn't. My daughter is like 5'1", something like that now. 5 or 5'1". And yeah, that's not gonna work. So I forgot what I was looking for on my phone. We're gonna put that back. I ain't got time. That's what's getting old do for you. Can't remember that CRS, you know. So yeah. I do like the templates because they got this stuff spot on right there. Just go on with your bad self. Yeah, but she was even talking to Jason today. She was talking and singing though. She was in a good mood today. I asked my daughter, I said, did she take a nap? She said, nope. But my daughter said when they got home, she crashed. She sent me a picture of her knocked out. Let's see if I got 3 on this one. Nope, just 2. So I like to try to keep them all with the same number on them. So I never did get what projects you all are working on tonight. So let those roll through while I'm typing. Maybe I'll see some of them. I mean, while I'm sewing. Talking about while I'm typing. What am I typing? Oh my goodness. I had scrap club today. It was fun. It was a less. It's always tend to be less people sometimes on the Paducah show, but they think that I cancel some of them. But I always have my scrap club because I only go to Paducah normally on Fridays. And I also told the lady that I wasn't gonna, you know, because when she asked me what I work, I said I can do Wednesday and Thursday because I'm gonna walk around Friday, and then I'm back home on Saturday for my group. So she understood that. Like, where's the other one? Okay. Make sure everything lines up. Okay. So I'll get 4 of these done. Time is it? It's 9:40. Yeah, we got plenty of time. I got one more piece to put on. All of them. All right, so we'll get these. Jason says she was all over the potatoes today. Jen Kingwell has a really pretty quilt in this month's American Patchwork and Quilting, or I'm hoping he's saying American Patchwork and Quilting, because there is an Australian Patchwork and Quilting. And then he says it's her take on a churn dash. Okay, I haven't seen it. And Benita says prepping fabric for quilt block samples. That's the other thing. I will be getting out information. I'm just going to give you all like a mail date to put your round robins in the mail by next Monday, whatever that date is. I will be getting that information out. Unfortunately, I did talk with Kevin. I've been trying to hold off because I was hoping Kevin would be back home in his own space. And Kevin's going to drop out of the round robin, guys, just so you all know. I was trying to give him one more month. I was hoping his father's situation would change, but it has not. So he can't commit to doing the round robin at this time. I think everybody has theirs ready to go. All right. This one over here. Got 2 more blocks that need one sewn. So, nope, gotta turn it. Gotta make sure you put these on right. It's so easy to put these on the wrong way because you think it's supposed to go the opposite direction. So you gotta be really careful. And I'm sure before I make all 60 of these blocks that I will have to rip one. At least. Okay. Maybe this is one more. I feel like it's raining outside. Or it's very windy. Yeah. All right, so we've got 3 of these done. So let's press. Sean is sewing a self-binding quilt with glow-in-the-dark dinosaur panel and cuddle. That's cute. I bought my friend. She loves Halloween, and I don't do it anymore. So I bought her a glow-in-the-dark panel. It is really, they're really pretty. Janet's working on exploding heart pattern using fairy frost in purples. She mentioned that, I think, previously, so she's still progressing. And Jason, yes, American Patchwork and Quilting Magazine. Thank you for confirming. And then Bernita says, I'm sad, but understand at Kevin the Quilter. Yeah, I told him, I said, everybody wants you to participate in the round robin because they want you to be in their quilt. And that's what I was trying to tell him, but he's saying right now he doesn't have an end date. Now, if you all are in the round robin, go on the Facebook group. And if you all want us to hold up on the round robin, it's not like we won't do it. We can delay it. Kevin, I offered that to Kevin, but he didn't want to be the one that delayed the rest of the group. If you all don't mind it being delayed, post in the round robin group. And then, you know, we can always start this later. because it was only 7 or 8 of us, and I had decided that we were all going to put a round on everybody's quilt because it was so few of us. We started out with 2 different groups, and then I'm like, okay, we're just going to go ahead and move. This one, oh, I haven't even showed them. So this is one block. This is a block. This is a block. And we got to wait for the other block. Okay, so I need to figure out. It doesn't really matter. This is the material that long as it's heated, it changes color. It's going to be next to it somewhere, so it doesn't matter. So let's go ahead and I'm wondering if I need to pin at the point, because now I'm going to be real crazy. Because I'm about to get, all of a sudden, I want everything to line up because the blocks are about to meet up. So let's see what happens here. Put a pin through the point. Fold this in, take that pin out. Let's see what happens. Let me see. Hold on. I also forgot that I want to make sure if I want my blocks rotated a particular way. I got thread. The red from this red is already in my mouth. I want to look at that and see if I want to turn my blocks any particular way. Okay. I don't think this one matters on this one, but the red one did. I forget about I might have something in the center I want faced a different way on some of my blocks because I kind of fussy cut some of them. So I had to take that apart. Wait a minute. Because I think I'm putting it on the wrong end now. Yeah, I am. I'm putting it on the wrong end. Otherwise, I'm reversing it again. Okay, I didn't know I had to pay attention like that, but I do, if I care. Right now, I'm starting out caring. What time is it? We still got a few minutes. Oh my goodness. I'm trying to do a test to see how my blocks are going to sew together. All right, take that pin out. Okay, that works there. Love the knee lift because I can make sure I get those seams where I want them. Yay! Just gonna sew these units together. See what we got. This one will be my top. This one, that will be the top. Okay, put another pin in here to hold it. And take that out. All right. And This is my last seam for tonight. Well, we got 10 minutes, don't we? Do I sew more blocks? No. Not right now. We'll just take these two out. Okay, now the shenanigans. Because I got all these points meeting up, I think I'm gonna now press them open so that the fabric is even on both sides. We'll see. Hold on. This is when I get crazy, and when I'm sewing the long rows, I'm gonna go even crazier. But I have to do one to see what it looks like. Okay, that's one. Set the threads because I'm pressing them open. Oh, going to be a gorgeous quilt. That's from Brenda Foley. Thank you. I'm hoping I don't mess it up, but we'll see. You know, I got such busy prints. I'm trying to tone them down just a tad, but I still want the African prints to still be present and accounted for. So let me press this. All right. So this is what I have. Trying to look at the points. They lining up pretty close to each other where the two blocks meet. Trying to make sure the points aren't like up or down. I think they're okay. See what this one looks like. This is the top of this one. Trying to make sure I put them up here right sides up. So yeah. So my fan don't blow them off because they bigger than my board. I'm gonna pin them. So then right there. See my head peeking out the side. Trying to make sure so that way you have hopefully a good picture right there. And I'm trying to make it so I can get a shot where if you all want to snapshot it, it can be out of the sewing machine, but that's the best I can do right there. So that's some good motivation. I'll just leave that right there so it can stay pretty. Just be pretty. Let me see. Let me make sure I haven't missed anybody's comments. See, Bonita's already casting her vote. I told Kevin that people would want to wait for him because it's all of our regular people that are in here all the time. I felt like everybody would want to wait for Kevin. The people that are doing the actual round robin. I felt like everybody would want to wait. See, Remo saying wait for Kevin. See, Kevin, I told you. Thank you, Sharon says very pretty. Brenda says, hi, you're home. Yes, I'm home. I'm so happy to be home, too. Show your love and support for our Miss T. Thumbs up. Kevin keeping you and family in prayer. So thank you, Remo, for all of that. Also, yeah, if you haven't hit the thumbs up button already, please go hit the thumbs up button for me. I really would appreciate it. Make sure you don't forget that on your way out. Sue Allen is here, still sending prayers to Kevin. Janet says, how many of those blocks are you making for the quilt? It takes 60 blocks, but you can make this quilt any size you want, but we're doing 60 blocks. Bonita says, very nice blocks. Thank you. Kevin says, is that woman putting her blocks together? Whoa, slow down, Miss T. I just did them too. That's all. It'll be okay. I just was testing my points, you know, to see if my blocks were going to line up even. Because if they were up and down, I was going to be a little bit upset, you know. This is my first time doing template sewing, like a whole quilt that's all cut from templates. This is my first one. Brenda says, wow. Sean says, beautiful. Zandra says, very pretty. And Remo says she's doing 90 blocks. Wow. So she's making it really big. It's not a huge quilt. I can't remember what the end dimensions are. It's not in here, I don't think. It's in the book, and I never did bring the book in here because I don't need it. Because I'm cutting from templates. I know what I got to do. So I've never looked in the book anymore from the beginning. Kevin says, I can't read it because it's under the thing. I'm just going to put a T up here so I can knock it up because this thing gets on my nerves. He says, sorry if I missed something about the round robin. I appreciate you all. I was helping out something Shady Pines. I don't know what you're talking about. I mentioned about you not being in the round robin, Kevin, and we got 2 votes already for us to delay the round robin. And that's what I thought people would want. It's a small group of us now. Most of us know each other. And I kind of felt like people were going to wait because they would want you to do a round in their round robin. So see, people want to delay the round robin for you whenever you're ready. There is no time. Everybody got their centers. We'll just put them somewhere so we don't lose them, hopefully. I'll put mine on my design board over here so I don't lose it. But people want us to wait for you, Kevin, and I had a feeling that was going to happen. They want you to do something in their quilt. So what you say, Kevin? And Jason says he would vote to wait. So that's 3. It's only about 7 or 8 of us. I was already waiting, so that's 4. So we only got to check with 1, 2, 3 people off the top of my head. And it might be a 4th person in there. Kevin talking about that is so sweet of everyone. I am tearing up. I told him when I texted him, I said, I feel like they would wait for you. And he said, I didn't want to hold up the whole group and all of that. It's like, people want what they want. Hi, Yolanda. Riza, she says, hi, TNT Quilters. If I was in the group, I'd wait for Kevin. See? Yeah, because those 2 were in there, and then I think Shaquita is one that I can remember. It might be one other person. I can't remember right now if it's one other person or not. But I feel like we already got quite a few people saying, wait. Things happen in people's lives. You just can't control everything that's going to happen. So even if we have to wait to next year, we have to wait to next year. Because Kevin has not, he's not home right now, so he doesn't have full access to his total stash. You know, he has some stuff he can sew on, but he doesn't know what he's going to receive and to know what he's going to do with it, and then to know what kind of, to pull stuff from your stash. He doesn't have that luxury when he's not at home, so that's one of the reasons he was pulling out. See, he's saying it, but if you want to wait on little old me, then I'm beyond honored. Somebody, he just hated. Kevin hates to have graciousness bestowed upon him, but he bestows it up on everybody else. Sean says, the people have spoken. Kevin the Quilter, sounds like you are, I can't see the word because, oh, so loved. Yes. Sue says, thank you, Kevin. They want to be in, she said, not thank you, Kevin. She said, Kevin, they love you and want you to be in a round robin. So, yeah. Yeah. I'm all excited now about looking at this, and it's like, oh, I'm ready to sew, but I'm not. And Jason talking about love might be going a little too far, Sue. Laughing emoji. Janet says, me too. I will wait for Kevin. Kevin is part of the group. Right. And that's what I was trying to tell him. He had signed up from the get-go to be a part of it. He was one of the first people to sign up. And so we'll wait. And then we'll see if we get more people too later on that might want to join. That you have to kind of be approved to join this group. We have to have seen some of your work. We want people that are rule followers. We don't want somebody that don't want to follow the rules, because in a round robin, you're actually sewing onto somebody's quilt top. So we want to make sure that, whoever is in these groups are people that normally follow the rules. And so I've had swaps where I can tell you all the rules and people do what they want anyway. So that's one of the requirements. You have to be approved to actually join a round robin. That's why the group isn't very large. Maritza's Yarn and Craft says, holla. Hi, welcome. We're almost on our way out. Kevin says, you picked me up tonight. It's been a hard day around here. Yep, it is hard being a caregiver, especially for your parents. So that's from Remo, because she's going through that now. So isn't this so pretty? I just want to keep working on it now. I got to move this bag. Just really pretty. I now wish I was doing red everywhere, but I'm not. But it still will be pretty. It started out with my favorite color. That's why I'm really loving it, because that red's making it pop. Well, that's some motivation. Make 4 blocks and lay them up there, and then it's like, oh, I want it all done now. But once I leave out of here, I'll forget all about this board. Oh, and I got to put my stuff back in the bag, because that's how I lost stuff before. It's like, put these pieces in the bag, girl. And it ain't even closed. And close it up. Nobody got time to be losing pieces. I got it cut. So help you if you stitch 2 more of them blocks together. Talking about, girl, so help you if you stitch 2 more of them blocks together. Hold on. But they so pretty. Look at them. I didn't think they were going to come out that pretty. That yellow and red pops, yeah. So my goal is, because my African prints were so busy, I'm going to do African print on half and then some kind of solid on half. And then I'll have like this hourglass thing happening in the middle. Let me show you. But on a diamond. An hourglass, that when the blocks form right here. So that gives the eye a place to rest instead of having everything be super busy. that was my take on this when I was doing my setting. I almost wish I had used all red. Now the red is so pretty, but I'm going to be using different colors and stuff. So, but I just wanted to see how it looks. I'm really happy. Darcy says, everyone, before you go, make sure you hit the thumbs up button. Thank you, Darcy, for the last reminder. And Kevin says, they truly are very pretty. Yeah, I was just surprised at how they popped out with having a solid. And I don't know what the other colors are going to do, but right now I'm loving this red. I wish red, I just couldn't, I had to put up here. So I wish I had it more in the middle, but I had to put red right there. And Bonita says, as if he's not on block number 29. Right, he make me look bad doing the lives. He got all 30 of his blocks done. And I'm doing good if I got 10 blocks done by the end of the live. So I'm not paying Kevin any attention because I go slower than him anyway. I'm just glad I got mine cut so he can, whenever we go back and start sewing, he can, we can be ready. But I'm going to start sewing because I'm always slow. So I'm not paying Kevin any attention. Darcy says, beautiful. Thank you, Darcy. Remos typed a yes. I don't know what that was for. And then Tom says, love the blocks. Good night, TNO. Good night, Tom. So we're getting ready to get off of here. And Janice says, Kevin, you are loved and there is nothing you can do about it. You got that right. I tried to tell him that. He sent me this real long text message making me read all this stuff that was a waste of my time. I responded back explaining to him what I was doing, and he was like, I'm not going to be able to do it. And I'm like, well, I think if we let people know, they'll wait. And he was like, no, I don't want to do that. So I'm like, okay. So the people have spoken. So Janice also saying good night to people. Prayers for Kevin and family. Yes. It's hard just not being in your own home on a constant basis. Like I couldn't even imagine when I go even a week, the cruise, it was like 17 days and not being at home. I was missing my home. So yeah, it's hard when you're not in your home. You're not surrounded by your own stuff. And Remo's been doing it for years. So, but she's making herself at home. She done bought just about everything over that she had at her house. She been gone so long, she done repurchased everything to have where she is now. So she's feeling, I'm sure, more comfortable there. But that doesn't mean you don't miss home, though. So, Remo, I'm going to call you when I get off of here. You called me and I was busy talking to my daughter and I forgot to call you back. I'm going to call you when I get off of here. All right, so we're going to go ahead and end this live, guys. Thank you all so much for being here. I really appreciate you all. You all stay blessed, be safe, and quilt out. See you Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time for live chat. We're going to do the birthday shouts for the month of May. So if you want me to shout out your birthday for the month of May or any other month, I'll put you on the list. So when it comes up, you're already on there. Just send me an email to TEA@teaquilts.com, and I will happily add you to the birthday list. Make sure you add your birthday, because some people forget to tell me that. What your month and day. You don't have to give me the year. But I will see you all then. Bye-bye, everybody.